Hey guys, today we're trying Islanders, a strategy city building game. Should tutorial and round start? Yeah, probably. Is that yes or no? I hope that's a yes. I'm not really sure. We're probably fine. Let's get going. Alright, so WASD is camera. You can also move by dragging left mouse button. You can rotate with Q and E, or right mouse button if you just don't want to use any keyboard. Okay, what do we got here? A lumber mill or a seaweed farm? Well, that's different. Let's try that out. Oh, there we go. Score is 0 out of 20, so it just hops right in. We're in. Seaweed farm. You can rotate it. How to score. The big number over the building shows how many points you'll get for placing it here. The small numbers tell you what influences that score. What? Ah, so that totem thing increases the value of the seaweed farm because it's within the circle. But it's a farm for seaweed? You would think it needs to be by the water. I don't know. One way or another, you get more points for putting it near this totem thing. So let's do just that. Makes sense to me. Ta-da! We've almost won already, apparently. Seaweed field. Base score is -1. Gets bonus for each nearby seaweed farm, plateau, statue, seaweed field. Yeah, the seaweed field can only be in the water, like I figured. Makes sense. So here's a +8. You can't really get it by the totems and plateaus and stuff. Because it has to be in the water. That's enough to finish the score bonus. Boom, we win. Oh, now it's at a 70. There we go. May have not placed it the best I could have if it's that hard to get in range of the seaweed. Whenever you reach your score goal, by filling up this bar, you get new buildings. It's game over once you run out of stuff to build. Well then, let's be careful then. Oh. That's an interesting rhythm for like an arcade puzzle game kind of thing. So I choose what I want to build, and then I have to place it as well as I can to maximize my score, because if I don't reach the next milestone, then the round is over. And that just becomes my island. Gotcha. Lumberjack. Lumber pack. Okay. More seaweed fields. So I think it gives you more stuff based on your old thing you bought. I think I'm probably going to pay for the fact that I didn't place that farm very well then, apparently. Sawmill. Get a bonus for each nearby lumberjack, warehouse, and statue. Loses points for any sawmills in range, so sawmills can't be near each other. Lumberjack. Get a bonus for each nearby sawmill, statue, and tree. Lose points for each lumberjack in range. These trees will give me a bonus. +10. +11. It's gonna be hard to beat 11. Yeah. Boom. Big bonuses. Lumberjack warehouse statue. So there's a statue. That's giving me some free starters on my bonuses at least. Is it better to make one? So I can get a bonus for every lumberjack that's in range. But it might be better to do one lumberjack, one sawmill at a time. Oh, I only have one sawmill total. Okay. Well, I want to split the difference here. Like, this should get me, yeah, bonus points for being within range of the other guy. While also being in range of these trees. So we have 17. Ooh, we're getting close. I'm gonna be in trouble with the seaweed. Ooh, that one's in range. Is it? Ah, the other seaweed farms give it a bonus. Okay. I was worried. I thought I was gonna be in trouble there because I didn't place this very well apparently, and I'm having trouble putting the farms in range of the actual thing. The city pack or the brewing pack? Let's see what cities look like. This is a charming little thing. Alright. Got another lumberjack and another seaweed field. We gotta be careful because every time you get in range of others lumberjacks you get in trouble. Like that's a -6 if I put them near each other. Ooh. Plus 10, 12. Admittedly, them giving you the current score everywhere you highlight might make it pretty easy to maximize your score almost in spite of the negatives and so on. Like boom, that's 12. We lose 6 because the other guy there. Alright. So this is the city center. Base score 15 gets a bonus for each nearby fissure, statue, mason, mill, seaweed farm. Oops. Loses points for each shaman, resort oasis, or other city center. Here's a house. Gets a bonus for each nearby city center, shaman, statue, plateau, wall plateau, circus, fountain, market, temple, tavern, tower, park, house, mason. But you lose points for wall and jewelry, apparently? Mansion. Gets a bonus for city center, shaman, plateau, wall. Just a bunch of things. So generally speaking, putting a lot of these things together is good. I put the city center right by the tower, I wonder? Maximize that score, just jam the mansion right in there. There we go. The beach I don't think does a ton of things for me right now. The houses are starting to be strangely shaped. Try and jam them together in the most compact way possible, basically. Yeah, gotta maximize that space. But they don't need streets, they can just go directly from house to house on the inside. Distressingly. I'm about to lose, aren't I? Oh wait, no, I already reached the next milestone. We have farming and brewing. Let's see what farming's like. There's a mill. Mill, I think it was the city center that didn't want to be near a mill, right? Gets a bonus for each nearby statue, warehouse, field, city center, mansion. So mills go with the fields. There's the field. Got more mansions too. It's got a huge radius. Ah. The more you know. For these buildings, the entire coastline is useless. You can't put it out there. The mill has a huge radius. Might want to leave some open space in case I ever get another one. To be able to put the one on each side, perhaps. without them all overlapping and getting me in trouble. There we go. It's a weird sort of like survival city building because you're trying to ration out your points so you can get to the next milestone or it all goes to shit. I don't want it to go to shit. It going to shit is bad. Oh, that's gonna mess my grid up. Things are a little strangely shaped. Oop, there's a 14. If I'm very careful, I can really jam things together. New island. You collect enough points to unlock the button below. Wonder what happens when you press it. You continue on a mysterious new island. There's no way to return to the current island, but you keep your score. I mean, I might as well place what I have, right? The shaman. We've heard about you. Milestones. Seaweed farm. So putting them next to each other bad, but putting them just around in general, good. Just gotta carefully place them so they all... There we go. Did the other seaweed farm just have less range or something? Oh no, because it's based on the radius of the the one I'm currently placing. Milestone. The Fisher. What do you do? I never actually checked what the shaman does either. Shaman gets a bonus for each nearby statue, temple, flower, seaweed field, but loses for mansion, city center, shaman. So you kind of want them to be out here in the outskirts. Like out here. Yeah, there's a -10 right there. Whereas it's good to have it out here with your, like, some of your industrial stuff. There's a nice bonus. The Fisher gets a bonus for each nearby city center, warehouse, statue, hut, seaweed field, but loses for seaweed farm and Fisher. Weird. But you don't want to be by these guys, but you do want to be by those guys, apparently. And it's massive. Wow. Fisher has range. Oh, you put it in the water. And yet you get a bonus for the city centers. Oh, that's weird. You put it out in the middle of the water and you get a bonus for these guys. So you can get a bonus for each individual field too, but you get the biggest bonuses from being near these kinds of things. This is calming. Not sure how strategic it necessarily is. Maybe it gets intensive at some point. So far, it's kind of just like a chill thing I'm doing. Trying to keep these lumber mills out of each other's range. The lumberjacks, I mean. Now, these guys can go out here, but there's no trees. Not out there. A fountain! Or the brewing pack. I keep not doing this one, so let's go to there. The brewery gets a bonus from each nearby hop field, statue, warehouse, seaweed farm, but brewery's bad. So a lot of them have the same rule where if you put them near each other, you're in trouble. fields being the obvious exception. Hop field gets a bonus from each nearby statue, brewery, resort oasis, and other hop fields. So the hop fields benefit each other directly. I can also put them out here, so maybe I should. I'm not always sure about what order to place things in. Like let's see, hop fields, brewery. If I place the hop fields, then when they get a +4 for the brewery. But if I place this guy, he gets a +5 for each hop field. I'm just wondering how much I should be strategizing the order in which I place these things, because I'm not really clear. Oh. +5. Oh, that's the base score, right. So that they are benefiting from each other. I can put the brewery in the middle of them all. Boom. Another city center. It can be worth a lot as long as it's not in range of the other one, which does somewhat limit it. Placed just right, it could give some buildings double bonus. At least if I build more. But radiuses aren't mutual. So the perimeter for certain bonuses changes dramatically. Because it's based on the radius of the building you're placing. It's like there was a giant city center dome earlier. But that radius only mattered if I was placing that building. Or while I'm placing that building, it doesn't affect when I'm placing other buildings later. Fountain. What do you do? Get a bonus for each nearby city center, statue, park, mansion, house, but not other fountains. How big is that circle? Not big enough to get the two city centers together. Trying to get as many of these buildings in its sphere of influence is probably the way to go. I didn't leave an opening. The 31's probably the best I'm gonna get. And 31's good. That might be the most any building's ever been worth so far. Sawmill. Right, this is my second sawmill. I haven't had a chance to place one before since the first one. So it's going to be worth a lot. Got 3 lumber mills in there. I wonder what's up with walls. I imagine that at some point we'll be placing walls and it'll be a big deal. I don't think that's come up yet. A park. What do you got? Got another field. Let's plop you down over here. There you go. And the park. Bad for warehouses, brickyards, lumberjacks, mills, sawmills, but good for most of the city-related things. Got a big old radius, too. Ooh. Oh, I found the sweet spot. 23. There we go. I think that's enough for now, so let's check out the new island mechanic before we close this out. You keep your score. Whoa! That's a lot more. There's the tower. Is that ore? Looks like ore. Alright, so we can do seaweed farm again. Let's try to be smarter about it this time, I suppose. Yeah, I admittedly was interested in getting that +3, which is a number that I'm kind of way less interested in now, admittedly. I didn't rotate that. Whoops. Not off to a great start, necessarily. Brick industry. Get a bonus for masons, warehouse, sand pits, and statues, but not brickyards. Was that the brickyard a second ago? Yeah. This is the sand pit. Statues and brickyards. These usually kind of have to be spread out. Whoa, sand pits are big. Right, they have to be in the sand. That makes sense. Let's spread them out a little bit then to give us... let's go over here. Nope, we're not gonna quite get there. Alright, I'll put it up here on the hill. There we go. Oh, we might not make it. No, it's like... yeah, 24 points away. I've got a bunch of these to place. Oh yeah, we're fine. It's just the circle was so far from being full that it looked like it was going to be a big problem. I got a little concerned. Oh yeah. Those all build off of each other. I think these are familiar now, right? Let's try the city pack. Yep, city center. Stuff we're used to finding. We don't need to live down there with the ruffians. We are the people who live in mansions. Mansions, I tell you. And this slightly lower area will be where the ruffians live. If I spread them out enough, I can put 2 sawmills there, or sand pits there. The mason. I don't think we've done that before, have we? Bonus for brickyards. Yeah. Does it have to be on a cliff, I wonder? We can't put it in the open. Yeah. It has to be on a cliff. You can even see the cliff sticking out of it down there. Interesting placement. I can have it overlook the entire city. That's nice to look at. The building placements are getting more dynamic, making it look like this big, crazy custom zone. Another city center. It's a little early for something like that. I'll try. Maybe just put it out here in the by the ocean. Nice and separate. Wow. These houses actually don't really benefit from being next to each other. Well, then let's start another city center down here for maximum benefit. And you can be my farm. Oh, can't go on that ledge. Or you can, but right there. So you really rely on these city centers as being the centers of where you build. So I shouldn't have put it so close to cliffs. You need openings so you can put as many buildings within the radius before you start running out of useful city center zone to make the points really count. I seem to have an advantage of about like half a circle though, so I'm a bit ahead of the problem. I'm underutilizing lumber, I believe. I should probably call this soon, because I'm definitely just kind of gonna sit here and keep playing forever at this rate. It's just a nice little chill thing. You don't have to think about it very much. It's maybe you do eventually, but so far it's kind of a relaxing, put stuff wherever you get the biggest number kind of game, and then just sort of rake in the benefits, and then just be like, oh, look at that thing I made. That's nice. I like that. Without so much like going into heavy duty strategy necessarily. Which, like, you know, different people want different things when it comes to that level of difficulty. The shaman. So I guess you want to carefully pick which ones you're trying to build. Like in this case, this only gets to benefit from like the statue and then a bunch of stuff I mostly don't even have access to. So I could put you out by here by the seaweed field. But you lose for all the mansions and city centers, so that's a gamble. Like, I'll get a big number here, but then I kind of don't want to build any more city center related stuff there or I'll get in trouble. I can go all the way out here and build my other sand pit. There's a 12 back there. Yeah. Better over here. Just outside the range of the other one. Uh-oh. I might lose. Getting in the danger zone. Ah, I'm in trouble, aren't I? Need to make 26 points with 6 buildings. I thought I was just gonna have to fade out, but I actually might lose. Nope. Nope. Probably not. Things are probably fine. Yep, we can still milk some more city center out of this. New island. Oops. Blam! How big is it gonna get? Oh. Ooh. Kudos for different layouts. Alright, well, this is Islanders, guys. If you want to check this game out, there's a link to the Steam page in the description. Thank you to the developers for sending me a code so I could preview their game. Thanks for watching like always, guys. And I'll see you next time.